When you visit Garrison Brothers Distillery in High, Texas, you will see rolling hills and scrub oak in every direction. The distillery tour starts when you climb on the back of a Jeep and start driving up the hill. At this moment, you are transported magically to another land. It is in the theater of bourbon, and to me, has to be, to me, one of the best distillery tours in the world. I'm not alone in feeling this way. Whiskey fans around the world have connected with Garrison Brothers and their mission. These Garrison Brothers fanatics will drive for days to stand in a mile-long line in the sweltering Texas heat just to get a bottle of their special releases. Garrison Brothers Distillery is a true pioneer of the craft distilling industry. Dan and Nancy Garrison founded the first distillery in Texas in 2005 and were the first people to legally distill in the state. After nearly 2 decades of fighting the good fight, the Garrisons have become leaders of a new style of whiskey, Texas whiskey. They believe that for a whiskey to be called a Texas whiskey, it must be fermented, distilled, matured, and bottled in Texas. They were so convinced of the regional designation that they co-founded the Texas Whiskey Association to create a certified Texas whiskey program to protect this designation, which has inspired regional distillers across the country. When the Garrisons started making spirits, they went to Kentucky and learned from the masters, but then they brought that craft home to High, where they pushed their whiskey in a very different direction. They pot distilled their sweet mash bourbon in a 2,000-gallon pot still to create a distillate that is rich and oily with incredible mouthfeel. They've perfectly matched that distillate to white oak barrels, and because of that Texas climate, it seems to speed the maturation along to make a unique Texas spirit. Dan Garrison has been attending the ADI conference since 2007, 8, 9, somewhere in there, to share his expertise with the industry, including speaking on panels and delivering the keynote address at our 2013 conference in Denver. I am sure some of you here went to the Whiskey Summit and heard Dan's presentation, Building a Fanatical Cult and Cause Marketing. The ethos of the brand is good bourbon can change the world, and their good bourbon has given back to the community by donating large sums of monies to charities through Good Bourbon for a Good Cause. To date, that charity has donated $1.6 million to philanthropy. A few months ago, the Garrison Brothers launched a new expression, Ladybird, which sold out in just a few days and raised $30,000 for the preservation of native wildflowers and plants across the state of Texas and through the Lady Bird Johnson Wildflower Center. Garrison Brothers has demonstrated their commitment to making a world-class bourbon, their commitment to giving back to their community, and their commitment to raising Texas whiskey onto the world stage. With that generosity of spirit and singular focus on elevating the profile of all micro distillers are why we are proud to award this year's Bubble Cap Award to Garrison Brothers Distillery.
Thank you so much. Dan and I are honored to be with you here today. 20 years ago, we had a dream of opening a bourbon distillery in Texas. A crazy idea. We literally built it from the ground up. So Bill and Eric Owens, you have offered leadership and friendship on this amazing journey. All of us at the Garrison Brothers family want to thank you for helping us succeed on our path.
Also want to send our condolences to the Wolf family. That's new news and tragic, and he'll be missed for sure. Thank you everyone for attending this luncheon today. It's so nice to see so many old friends because we've been at this for 20 years and we've made some great relationships in this business, and to see all of you out here today means a lot, so it's good to see everyone. We have the greatest jobs and one of the greatest industries in America. We get to drink good bourbon with new friends all over the world every single damn night. Can I have a cheers for that? I hope that Garrison Brothers has been a good example on how to lead and, more importantly, how to give back, because that's what it's all about now. We've accomplished our goals. We're selling bourbon in 50 states in America, and that was always the dream, was to be a national brand, and we're going to be doing that in the next 2 months, so very exciting step for us. Good bourbon creates lasting friendships. Good bourbon can increase one's faith in man and God. Good bourbon creates legendary stories, and this is ours tonight, so thank you for being here and being part of it. Good bourbon can change the world. Let's go do it.
Thank you.
Thank you.